Yes. Now, this petition raises a serious grievance of conversion of the place of worship. If your Lordship said, this is regarding the Dargah of Imam Shah Baba, existing since 600 years. A sketch is at page 40, so that your Lordships can have an idea. Imam Shah Baba. Then I'm just reading horizontally. Jalal Shah Baba, Imam Shah Baba Dargah. Your Ladyship has page 40. And then Imam Wada. Then Nur Shah Baba Dargah. Sayyid Khan Baba Dargah. Imam Shah Mosque. And these are graves of the relatives and heirs of Imam Shah Baba. This is how the entire area was. This is the position which was existing at the relevant time. There was, Manoj, a scheme framed from 1939 which set out what should be the form of worship, etc., and who should be the trustees, and all that was going on. In 1993, there appeared to be some dispute on how to worship and blocking persons. Suit was filed, interim orders were given at the relevant time to the concerned parties. Nothing, Manoj, thereafter, it appears, Manoj, that in 2010, for the first time, there was a dispute, and the collector called for a meeting. And if your Lordship see page 320, the authorities asserted that the English translation is 320, where there was an attempt to construct over the graves or tamper with the construction of the 600 of the Dargah. At page 320, final solution would be possible in the meeting. It is again instructed, not against instructed. It is again instructed to the SDM Viramgam to undertake videography, pass required notification, so that no new development is carried out. 324 first line. Moreover, both communities asked not to undertake any change in the Dargah premises without information to the master plan. So this was as way back in 2010. What happens is, Manoj, more recent. There, Manoj, suddenly the graves of the heirs of Imam Shah Baba are demolished on 6th February 2021 at page 459. There was an application made for renovation. There was an objection raised by certain trustees and the Muslims that under the guise of simple renovation, it should not happen that the character of the entire property changes. But what happened on 6th February was of 2021, work to be undertaken. That is done on 20th April. On 3rd May, permission to renovate and repair is granted within 1 day, but that I'll take your lordships later. Hold on to 493 second paragraph. Under the guise of this terrace renovation, what is done pursuant to that on 16th July 2021, please see 495. The first two are the old status. The graves of the daughter-in-law of Imam Shah Baba and others are there. First two photographs, completely broken and paved over. The newspaper also carried a report, as it is in Gujarati. The English translation is 497. It says that the kabars at Pirana have been broken and paved over. Now everyday illegal changes are made, and this is regularly brought to the notice of the police and the higher authorities. Even after our oral and written submissions and beyond the relevant guidelines, the below mentioned work is done against the compromise. In the approval for renovation, provided by the collector, it is very specifically mentioned that renovation shall be carried out without changing the main structure. But the main dome is given a style such as that in a temple. Work is going on, but it was stopped due to our objection. 4.49. Permission, recommendation for grant of permission for wall is given on 26th January 22, public holiday.
Permission given to whom?
Permission given to certain trustees and other persons who are involved.
How?
Part
Trustees?
of them. We have Manoj,
No, trustees of what?
that Imam Shah Baba Dargah. So under the guise, they have said permission of wall is sought, permission is sought. First repairs were sought. On the guise of repairs, graves are removed.
Who are you? You are not Dargah.
No, we are representing the Muslims who repose faith in Imam Shah Baba.
So
And
you have
the
a grievance against the Dargah.
We have a grievance that the authorities,
No, against this trust.
partly against the trust, partly against the authorities, that under the guise how permissions are given, and despite the permissions, much beyond the permissions. I'll take just 5 minutes more, to show your lordships what happens. So this permission is given on, as I said, 26.
Does it not come under the purview of Waqf Act?
No, Manoj, here, no, it's much more. I'll show your lordships the
Why
photograph.
don't you go before a Waqf tribunal and file a suit? These are all disputed questions.
This is conversion. No, this is conversion. This is conversion of a place of worship. So, Manoj, permit me to show those photographs. So, all this happens, we are keeping on representing.
Correct.
Now, please see 688.
Whether that Dargah trust is a party?
Yes, of course.
You have made allegation against them?
The trust, we have said that under the guise, some people are seeking permission.
Some people mean the trust is,
But
undisputedly the trust is managing the property.
Yeah, maybe, but now the nature of the property can't change even by the trustees.
Then go and file a suit.
Yes, but your lordships may have 690 for a minute. I don't know. This is not a matter which your lordships will generate. Kindly have, Manoj, kindly have photographs at 685.
Page number?
Page 685. Please have, Manoj. This under, Manoj, by no stretch, even under the Act, Religious Places of Worship Act, this is impermissible. Manoj. Some authorities of the state may be assisting, but this has a larger repercussion. Please, 685 is the Imam Shah Baba Trust as was existing, the gate. Under the guise of renovations, please see what happens at the bottom. 685. It says Imam Shah Baba Sanstha. At the bottom, निष्कलंकी नारायण तीर्थ धाम. Over the page,
Who is the other side? State,
it's a fresh. It's coming up.
take notice. Government advocate.
My lordships may direct a report and maintenance of status quo.
No, no, issues.
Because
Notice.
presently, Manoj, temple
Government
construction is
advocate
coming up.
accepts. Notice.
But unless your lordships protect this monument.
1 to 6. Who is appearing for Mr. Joshi for number 7?
Oh, it's a fresh matter. So
Fresh.
I'll have to serve. Sorry, ma, 7 is the trust. Your lordship. I'll just a minute. Yes, ma'am. That somebody will be appearing.
Council appearing for
Your
R7.
lordships may kindly consider Manoj, stopping construction. There, it can't be. It is kindly. Can I?
Without hearing the other side, we will
But
not
Manoj,
pass
today
out.
to preserve the position.
No, please.
This is not a mandatory direction I am seeking. Now the photographs will indicate Manoj, that construction is going on a
Counter
fast scale.
reply, if any, shall be filed within 6 weeks. Released on.
Manoj, can your lordships give it earlier? Manoj, this will be over before that. The entire nature will change before that. Your lordships may see some photographs of the scale of construction.
Eight.
Would your lordships not, Manoj, consider that
No, sir.
photographs? Manoj, there is a,
No order.
Manoj, there is a draft amendment. Manoj, no, that I have accepted. Manoj. There is a draft amendment. Can I, because it will have to be carried out and served. Should I?
File it in the register.
But would your lordships just
What?
say draft? The draft amendment is for placing. I have the court copy. Can I? If
No,
I
the
can just.
draft amendment looks somewhere around 8 to 10 pages.
Yeah, no. It is one page. It's one page.
What is the draft amendment?
The construction which is going on at what scale?
File
And I just
necessary-
lordships now.
File it in the register.
I will file it, but would your lordship say allowed so it goes along?
No, we will not allow it.
Then must it won't get served. That is my only concern. That's the only.
If we had filed it before you,
These
argue-
photographs have just come day before.
that is why you make it as it will be an additional annexure.
Yes.
File it with, we will allow
Okay.
that up. You file it with an application.
I'll do that.
Amendment in writ petitions, 226 petitions, it will be allowed.
Lordship.
You can ask for any ground, you can produce any documents,
Yeah, of course. Sir.
subject to proof and relevance.
Yes. But would your lordship, since your lordships are presently not inclined to observe anything, would your lordship say that anything done further will be subject to the outcome?
No.
That your lordships can kindly
No.
consider. That is the-
8.
Sorry, Manoj?
8.
But that is the minimum which one of your lordships can consider. Because if it changes,
No
by then,
minimum, no maximum.
then must we will understand that once a petition is pending, must it is always subject. That is, we will have to fall back on that doctrine. Lordship.